So don't worry, I will answer one of life's most deep questions in my talk today, so you don't have to worry about that. We're going to start off with blue 42, set, hike. All right, when I say that, what comes to mind automatically? Think to yourself real quick. Probably won't take you very long to figure it out. Just for those that were sleeping while I did it the first time, let me do it one more time. Blue 42, set, hike. All right, so hopefully when I said that, the thing that came to your mind was football, or the person next to you told you it was football, because chances are someone knew in your vicinity what that was. Otherwise, I would just be some crazy guy rambling up here, yelling weird things for no reason. So with that's my topic. But more specifically, we're not just going to talk about football, because football is the #1 American sport, so we all know about football. We know the basics of it. But what I'm going to go into with football are 3 main points and why every single person in here should be a football fan. Because there's 3 things that I'm going to focus on that football can greatly improve your quality of life. The first thing is through football and through the social events with football, you're going to build lasting relationships and friendships that will last throughout the years. Second is you'll be able to create instant connections with people around you. And I'm going to go in to basically how those instant connections can benefit you in your life. And third, for those of you that are looking for a significant other, football can help you out there. And I'm going to go into that as well. For those of you that are already married or committed to somebody, it's going to help you stay interested. And I'll go into that as well. So first, we're going to go into the immersion into the football environment, the social aspects of football that you can immerse in to build those friendships. And I'm going to give an example from my own life, because my family is a huge football family, and obviously I played football. You could probably tell by my size that football's my #1 sport. But being in a football family, every single year, we're huge Dallas fans, and I grew up in Texas. And so every single year during football season, we would have what's called tailgating parties when the Dallas Cowboys played. We'd either meet at the actual stadium in the parking lot and bring food and refreshments and enjoy each other's company there, or we would take it to a home when they played away, or if we just didn't want to pay for the entrance into the game. Now what this does for me and for my family is it helped us create friendships that we would not have created otherwise. Through this event, we were able to invite a lot of people, and obviously we told them to invite whoever they wanted as well. So they invited a lot of people, and year after year, game after game, we had these tailgating parties. And there's a few families that specifically that we met through the tailgating that I still keep in touch with. Even though I live thousands and thousands of miles away from them, I still keep in touch, and we still call each other, and we still rant to each other about how awful the Cowboys have been in the past, but how good they have been just last season and this coming season we're excited for. And so with that, there's a lot of social events that football just brings. There's tailgating, there's game day parties, there's going over to a friend's house and watching it with a group of friends. There's a lot of social aspects that football will bring out. And obviously we know that when you're social, when you're more social, the chances are you're going to make friends. When you do things together that you enjoy, you're going to make friends. That's how friends are made. You do the things you enjoy together with your friends. And so that is when you're football and you're like-minded, it's just that much more power. Now, second thing that we're going to go into is going to be the basically supporting a football team is going to help you to be able to create those instant connections. And why is it important to create an instant connection? Because it could be the difference between getting a job, getting to know somebody better. There's a lot of things that benefit you by making instant connections. So it probably doesn't surprise you guys that American football is the #1 watch sport in America today. In fact, to break it down even further, to numbers by the TV, 63% of Americans watch and enjoy football. So that's over. So if you have 10 people, that's more than 5 people. That's 6 people that like and enjoy football. So you're already, just by being a football fan, able to connect with over half of the population in the United States, which is huge. And let me give you an example from my own life of how this has benefited me. Before this semester started, I was applying for internships, and the one that I really wanted was at Madison County Sheriff's Department with the public relations guy there. And the problem was there was 6 potential people who wanted the job. So 6 interns applying for the job, and only 3 of us were going to get accepted. And so I went into the interview knowing that half of the people that applied for this job were probably going to get, or were going to get cut, weren't going to be able to make it. And while I was talking to the sergeant, who was asking the question, he asked a lot of normal questions like, what kind of employee are you? How good are you at this? And strength, weaknesses. But the last question caught me by surprise. He asked me, are you a football fan? And now, I love football, so I said, yes sir, I am a football fan. Next question he asked me got me even more surprised and kind of got me a little bit worried. He asked me, who's your team? Now if you guys are football fans, or you know anything about football, I'm a Cowboys fan. So there's 2 types of football fans out there. You either love the Cowboys or you loathe the Cowboys, you hate them. But I'm very proud of the Cowboys, and I will tell anybody that they are my team. And so I told the sergeant, I said, Sergeant, I was born a Cowboys fan and I'm going to die a Cowboys fan. And he looked at me, it was kind of awkward silence for a second, like I may have just ruined my chances of getting this job. But he looked at me, he said, you're hired. And he took me into his office, which I can only explain as a shrine of Dallas Cowboy memorabilia. Jerseys, pictures, all that kind of stuff all over the place. And so I was able to connect with him on a personal level. And when you're able to connect with people, people like you. That's just part of the connection. And when people like you, they're more likely to give you obviously what you desire because they see themselves in you. Because you're connecting with something that they enjoy and you're able to enjoy it with them. And so that connection is so important to have. And just by being a football fan, period, you're connecting with over half of the American population, which is huge. Now, third thing I want to go into is significant others. Now, as you guys kind of chuckled when I said it, but I'm dead serious. People love football, and people love to love football together. And so, if you think of it this way, when you're social, when you're going out there, and when you're with members of the opposite sex, you have a chance of meeting your significant other, because you're getting to know them, they're getting to know you. But now let's narrow it down a little bit. Let's say you're going to social events that have to do with football. So now, you automatically have one thing in common, right? You both love football. And so that's something to talk about. Now let's narrow it down even more. Let's say you're going to an event for your specific team, and you go to this party, you meet somebody. Now not only do they like football, but they also like your family, because football is family. So they like your team, so they like your family. And so as you go throughout your relationship, there's going to be times when you're probably going to fight. And anybody in a relationship or has been in a relationship knows this. There comes a point when you're cooled off and you want to make up with the other person. You just don't know what to say, especially if it was your fault that you're in a fight. But now think of this. If you could say to your significant other, hey babe, so say you're a Patriots fan, hey babe, remember last year when Tom Brady totally came back and won the Super Bowl? There's no way that your significant other can be mad at you after talking about the accomplishments of your family, right? And so that's what we have, and that's the benefit of football, is it not only brings people together, but it keeps people together. When your team goes down, you suffer together. When your team's up, you rejoice together. And in closing, we're going to go over a little bit of what I went over. So A, why is it important for the quality of life for you to be a football fan. Number one is you're able to build lasting relationships and friendships. Number two, you're able to create instant connections, which will open doors that were not previously there. And three, it can help you gain a significant other and also keep a significant other. So, go out there, pick a team, buy a jersey, and enjoy all that football has to offer. Thank you.